Welcome. It's such a beautiful day today to be diving into the Pranamaya Kosha and most specifically the Prana Vayus or Pran Vayus. These are the 5 winds or subsets of Vata. So let's begin in a comfortable seat. You can have a block, a blanket, a bolster handy. I have nothing just for demo, but you may have these 3. They will support you. Go ahead and close your eyes and just begin by feeling into yogic abdominal breath. Remembering that the body is this beautiful vessel to be breathed. The weight or the density of the breath moves all the way down to the pelvic floor on the inhale, and your exhale is guided by the navel drawing inwards. Next, refining the breath, lengthening your inhalation to match your exhalation, and relaxing so they are smooth and deep. We'll add mudras, Pran Vayu mudras, to open up the energetics of the body by creating circuits with the hands. So forefinger and thumb touch, placing the palms face down. Go ahead and continue your yogic abdominal breathing with your awareness in the pelvis. As you relax, you'll start to feel the obstacles, the tension, chronic holdings soften, and prana is invited to not only be drawn in and down into the body and into the cells, but awakens from within you. The rest of the body is being breathed, still this yogic abdominal breathing style, but your observation is specifically in the circuit of energy in the pelvis and establishing the lullaby of sweet and deep, even waves. Next, we'll just turn the palms face up. Keep the forefinger and thumb touched in a circle, and the awareness moves to the belly area and the band around the belly. This is Samana Vayu. The first was Apana Vayu. You don't need to know the names at this moment, but just feeling the energetic area, the energetic qualities of this area. And the prana here inviting an organization of the forces, an organization of the intelligence, of the functions of the body. You may notice the abdomen soften a little bit more breath, and the prana that's riding on its waves is filling the center. And deeper in, the vital organs are becoming more nourished. Spleen, liver, gallbladder, stomach, pancreas. Keeping the circuit of forefinger and thumb touching, just bring the tips of the last 3 fingers into the center of the palm and face the palms down. Awareness now moves to the heart center, front, sides, and back. Noticing the quality of the breath here. Inviting perhaps a deeper breath on your inhalation, really receiving the pranic nectar from the external world. And then a nice smooth and full release of the exhalation, releasing the metabolic waste that is a block or obstacle from the pranic light and love force. I'd love for you to notice as you breathe here, if you feel that maybe you haven't been breathing fully, you've been giving too much, you're feeling a little depleted, soften to receive full breaths at this moment. And the theme for our practice today is replenishment. So feeling with every breath in, you are replenishing that which has been emptied. With every breath out, you are clearing the obstacle, whether it's the old narrative or the habits or the continuous doing that deplete you. And then flipping the palms up, keeping the gesture as it is. Awareness moves to the throat, Udana Vayu. So the first was Apana Vayu, second Samana, then Pran, now Udan. Again, we can revisit these terms later. Here I'd love for you to be aware of the potency of life force energy at the throat. Feeling the circuit of energy, inviting the prana that's dormant to awaken. Feel your inhalation replenishing from the external world, the prana that's around you, and the exhalation clearing the blocks from you receiving this prana. So with this practice, you may receive insight as to what the blocks are. Just be aware and then let them go. The final mudra, bringing the backs of the fingers to touch and placing the palms just at your sternum, holding the spine long. Breath is smooth and even. Now your awareness is throughout the body, the circulatory patterns that move like rivers of blood and lymph and oxygen, as well as the circulation that is your aura to help you govern the world. Just being here, feeling this circuit of energy enliven the circulatory nature of your existence. Welcoming the mirroring of your inner world to the external world and the ease at which you flow from one to the other. Awareness moves in, awareness moves out. Your senses are the gateways. And these Vayus are what animates the body to function in the world. These Vayus, because they're pranic, also connect us to the mental and emotional aspects of what it feels like to be in this world. So just to reflect on all 5 from this position of circulation, which does enhance every Vayu to be optimized. Just feeling into the quality of the pelvis one last time, and your ability to let go, to relax, to ground. Take a few breaths. Feeling the energy in the torso, specifically the solar plexus area, the abdomen, front, sides, and back, and your ability to metabolize food and life. Energy is the precursor to all manifested matter. So just feeling that this energetics of your metabolization is strong and enlivening the physical body to do its job. Next, coming up to the heart, front, sides, and back, the lungs, just feeling this deep replenishment. Again, the theme of our practice. And feel with your breath in this inspiritu, this inspiration that helps you to feel enlivened, increases your capacity to live, to express, to be joyful. Bringing us to the throat, Udana Vayu, and this capacity for expression once you are full. Your cup may flow over easily into the world through creative expression, art, writing, tasks, responsibilities and duties. The ability to maintain your vital force, the power of saying no, honoring boundaries, being clear with your speech. And then lastly, the entire body, just feeling all of the Vayus are moving as they should be. Prana is filling each seat or loci of energy. And with you filled with this life force, it's easier for you to be in the world with ease, with radiance, with grounded joy. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and release the mudra practice. Go ahead and roll your shoulders out. Sigh out the mouth. And we'll slide your right hand down, left arm sweeps over your head, nice side stretch, and exhale, turn the head away from the moving arm. Let's add a vibration of sound. So inhale, we're going to exhale, Hrim, Hrim, the bija of all of the elements, Bhuvaneshwari, and the tantric Om. Inhale, rise up. As you exhale, pull the navel in, twist, 11 rounds Kapalbhati. Exhale all the breath out, twist a little deeper, and then inhale, come back to center, opening the heart. Exhale, hollow the belly, lion's breath. 2 more of those. Nice. Coming back up to neutral spine. Other side. Inhaling. And exhale. Just feel the movement and the release of the head, neck, and shoulders. Hrim. Feel the prana shakti or the mantra shakti of this sound vibration. Hrim. continuous balance of all the elements through the pranic sphere. Hrim. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, spiraling twist. 11 rounds Kapalbhati. Beautiful. Inhale, release. Open the heart, inhaling. Exhale, hollow the belly, lion's breath. 2 more rounds. Nice. Go ahead and come into all fours. So we'll just do a little simple lengthening of your exhalations from table to child. So we're clearing these obstacles that prevent you from breathing more fully. So we'll start with Samavriti rounds. I'll give the example of inhale 5 as you rise to table. Exhale 5 counts as you lower to child's pose. So feeling the release of the blocks, whether they're emotional, physical, even spiritual, to be able to breathe more prana in, awaken the life force energy in every aspect of your being. So next 2 rounds, we'll inhale 5, exhale down 6 counts. Two more rounds, exhaling down 7 counts. Next 2, exhaling down 8 counts. Next 2 rounds, 9 counts. There's a dramatic almost inhale of the 5 counts. And the last 2, exhaling down 10 counts. So we've worked our way to 1 to 2 breathing. If it's too hard to reach 10 counts, just do 8 and pause for 2, or 9 and pause for 1. Your next exhale, tuck the toes under, stretch to downward facing dog, just walking out the backs of the legs. And then coming into plank pose, feeling your connection to the earth and your strength. The navel is lifting up towards the spine. Feeling a long strength in the body, spine is long, and all of the seats of the prana alive and active. Shift 2 inches forward. Go ahead and lower down, elbows bend by your sides. 3 rounds of cobra. So inhale, rise. Keeping the back of the neck long. Try not to lift the chin too high. Exhale, lower. We're just doing Samavriti now. Inhale 5, exhale 5. And then one last round, rising up, cobra. Release the arms, bring your hands into lotus hands by your sides. Bring your chin down slightly. Feel your shoulder blades drawing around the back of the heart. feel a nice deep inhalation, 5 counts, breathing in. Breath descends all the way down to the body, 5 counts, breathing out. And do that 2 more rounds. You're breathing in the beauty, the pleasure of prana, of life force energy, which is also love and creation, nature, the intelligence of nature, luminatore. So every bit of your cell replenish. We're going to lower down and then press back up through and descend again to child's pose. So we do a couple rolling vinyasas here, rolling up the body, taking care of the spine, and into a modified upward dog. Inhale here. When you're ready to exhale, draw the navel in, inner thighs draw toward one another, isometrically, sinking back to child. So always taking care of the low back, rolling back up, and pausing with the inhalation so you're breathing fully into the body. And your breath guides the movement, gathering the abdomen, inner thighs, so you feel an engagement of the core to descend down. Let's do one more round. So I like to exhale and then inhale again. And then exhale back into the pose. Nice. Go ahead and rise back up just to table. We'll do a couple butt pumps, flexing your right foot, lifting lower, lifting lower. The thigh is parallel to the ground. And straightening the leg now, lifting and lower. So working your glutes, the back of the leg. Keep your arms strong, spine long. Shoulder blades are just resting on the back of the heart. Beautiful samavriti breathing. Good. And lastly, little rainbow arches touching either side of the corners of your mat. If at any time you need to come down on your forearms, you can. Let's go ahead and come back to table. Do big swishies, smiley face with your bottom. Good. We're going to thread the needle, activating this core again. Breathing your right arm up and exhale, pull the navel in, hover. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hover. Find your pace. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hover. We're actually not going to settle down. Inhale, up, and exhale, hand back to table. Left leg lifts, little butt pumps. Finding your samavriti breath, really breathing fully into the body, activating all the cells like a little light bright. The body illuminates from inside. And then long leg, straight leg, lift and lower, lift and lower. Try not to collapse the low back. Keep your navel pulling up. And then little rainbow arches side to side. So you're activating different areas of the glute, waking up this muscle, bringing fresh oxygen and also prana shakti or prana into the body. Lovely. Bringing your knee down again, big smiley faces with your bottom. Thread the needle on the left side, just dynamically. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, remember that yogic abdominal breathing. I'm going to breathe all the way in to nourish yourself. Remember, we are replenishing right now. Beautiful. And go ahead and come back onto all tabletop position. Stretch the legs up towards the sky. And breathe your right leg up. As you exhale, bring it forward for pigeon. So we'll keep the left toes tucked under. You're in an upright pigeon. Stay here for about 3 breaths. 5 counts in, 5 counts out. Noticing that as you remain here, maybe you want to lift a little higher, Shoulder blades are drawn back, the heart or collarbone is exposed a little more. And then you can settle down. So 3 more breaths in a folded pigeon. Notice here where you're holding that you can soften. Notice the back foot, make sure it's not sickling, but the toe is just extended straight back, the toes. And then we'll go ahead and rise up on your breath in. Let's shift onto that right booty, sweep the left leg all the way around, and it can be right in front of your shin bone is where you place the left foot, or if you have room and you're flexible enough and it doesn't feel uncomfortable, you can cross it on the outside of that right knee. So it's really up to you. Do a little wiggle with your tush, lengthen the spine on your inhalation, and exhale, pull the navel in and spiral towards that front knee. So this time 27 rounds of Kapalbhati. Go ahead and prepare with a breath and count when you're ready. Exhale, maybe deepening that twist. Inhale, let's slowly unwind. Simple Sukhasana, please. Interlace the hands behind your back. Breathing in. Exhale, forward fold. If you need to, you can place a block, a blanket, bolster underneath your head. And just come down, just rest for a few moments. You can keep the arms lifted. If that doesn't feel good, you can just keep them down, or you can even reach to just grab onto your toes. Some people like that, Yoga Mudrasana. Feel you are in a little seed-like chamber, and all of your senses are withdrawing inwards. Pratyahara, replenishing your 5 seats of energy, the Pran Vayus. Rising up as you inhale. We'll go to move through a few vinyasas. So this time you can keep with that kind of low, slow child roll, or you can do from downward dog, rolling the tailbone down, and do a little bit stronger version of rolling vinyasa. So you can just move, if you wanted to do this one, you're just moving from downward dog to upward dog. If you want to add a little chaturanga in here, you are welcome to, especially if you're working on building musculature of your upper arms. It's always nice, but if you don't have the energy to do that today, just keep it easy. You can even go back to the low and slow child's flow. Beautiful. So coming back to your downward dog, let's come into your left side of pigeon, sweeping the knee forward, keeping your right toes tucked under and the knee is elevated. Please remain here for 3 breaths in your ease and comfort. So there's a bit of a diagonal line of your upper body, so you're not pinching the low back. Maybe your eyes are closed, shoulders are drawn back, a little bit of weight is on your hands, that's fine. But also distributing the weight throughout the entire body, so it's not just on your hands. Feel the quadricep lengthen so that your thigh muscle gets longer. And you start to feel deeper in, this nice little stretch in the psoas muscles. Beautiful. And we'll go ahead and settle down. 3 breaths in a folded pigeon. As always, you can use props, having a folded blanket or a cushion under your left booty here. And sometimes we may not feel we need that support, because we're, for example, very flexible. But it's highly beneficial to try when you have even the slightest inkling that it may be really nice and you may be really held by that. So if you've run out of time now, just know next time you can revisit that. Have a little prop handy. It might allow you to relax more deeply into the pose. Go ahead and shift to the left side, sweeping your right leg all the way around back to Ardha Matsyendrasana. And again, just preparing first. Do a little wiggle with the tush, recognizing that this side may feel a lot different than the other. So you can modify if you need, or be as is. Maybe you need to elevate even. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, pull the navel in. And once again, we're going to prepare for 27 rounds of Kapalbhati, feeling you're cleansing the obstacles around the navel center, inner and outer world. Emptying the lungs, come back to center, simple Sukhasana. So once again, you can interlace the hands behind your back, or you can grab onto, for example, I grab onto my left wrist now. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. 3 breaths here. Yoga Mudrasana, drawing the awareness within. Hopefully you're coming home to this beautiful internal reality and your own replenishments. Go ahead and release. You can roll the shoulders out a little bit. And this time we're just going to move through tabletop, come up to your downward facing dog, and then very mindfully walking the feet forward, coming to halfway position, Ardha Uttanasana, deep breath in, and exhale, forward fold. So we're going to reverse engineer this one. We're going to inhale 5 counts to rise. Exhale 5 counts to lower. Now let's inhale 6 counts to rise. Exhale 5 counts to lower. Inhale 7 counts to rise. Exhale 5 counts to lower. Working your way to 10 counts. If the mind starts to speed up, if you feel anxious at all, please just go back to Samavriti. Otherwise, you're feeling you are replenishing the body, more and more prana. Beautiful. Final one. Just go ahead and remain in your fold. You can stand on your hands or reach around, grabbing onto the feet, the ankles, whatever way feels comfortable. Just 3 breaths, letting the nervous system come back to balance. So feeling the lullaby qualities of this pose, this helps us to bring the moon in with the sun tear. So we want to stabilize the mind, stabilize the moon, even though we're bringing more prana into our experience. To rise up, your choice. If you have low back issues, please come up with a flat back. If you do not, you can roll up like a rag doll. Let's go ahead and inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, rising. Grab the other wrist. Exhale, side stretch. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, float the arms down. Good. Rolling the shoulders out a little bit. We're just going to do a few more postures. This will be a variation of a sun salutation, adding some creative triangles to this. Breathing in, arms reach up, welcoming in the sun. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, step back, plank pose, lowering down. You can lower down knees, chin, chest, or through chaturanga. Inhale, your upward dog, and exhale, downward dog. Let's go ahead and lift the right leg and weave it to the front, warrior pose. So breathing in, arms reach up to the heavens. Exhale, anchoring in the pose. Your gaze is at the horizon. Inhale, straightening the front leg, long waist. Exhale, long forward fold. Last bit, bend the knee, step back, inhaling. Your breath guides you down. Exhaling, your breath. Inhaling. So each pose should feel so replenishing. A little bit of effort, a little bit of strength, a lot of replenishment. Left leg rises. Weave it to the front, warrior one. Anchor on the exhale. Long waist on the inhale, straighten the front leg and forward fold. Bend the knee, step back, breathing in. And again, just following your breath through each of the phases of this vinyasa. Remembering that we want to equally have our inhalations as long as our exhalations, especially the exhales, not holding them in, because we then hold our carbon dioxide in, and that creates more acidity in the body. Let's just do 2 more breaths here in your downward dog or child's pose if this is too much for you at this moment. Beautiful. Go ahead and walk the feet forward. Once again, rising up, Ardha Uttanasana. Feel the shoulder blades draw back. Head is an extension of the spine. Exhale, fold. Deep breath in, gathering in the beauty, the prana shakti, this intelligence of nature, the sun, bringing it into the heart. Take a moment to pause and just to feel how are these postures for you at this moment? What's alive in you right now? What is waking up? Good. We'll add on a triangle, breathing in and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, step back, plank pose. Again, lowering all the way down. Breathing in your cobra or up dog. Breathing out your downward dog. Same as before, we'll breathe the leg up, down dog splits, exhale, bring it to warrior one. Nice breath in and anchoring on the exhale. Good, inhale, straighten that front leg, long waist, forward fold. This time we're gonna remain here. So you might notice the back of the back leg wants to extend a little bit longer. Right hand comes on your right ankle or foot. Inhale, left arm rises up. Exhale into the fold. So unfurling triangles. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Good. Let's take a moment in the fold, just feeling any tension in the backs of the legs start to release. Any tension all the way up to the pelvic floor start to release. Body is being breathed by the power and the creative force of nature, Prakriti. Good. Go ahead and bend that front knee, move through your vinyasa. Inhale, left leg lifts, and bring it through, warrior one on the left side. So again, the same flow. Inhale, exhale to anchor. Inhale, straightening that front leg. Long waist, forward fold. We'll move into our unfolding triangles. You can step that back foot back a little bit more. Appreciating all that is around you and all that is within you. this beautiful life, all the potentials, the gifts that we have, many of them are still dormant. Many of them have been used and we move on from them. Let's go ahead and stay in the fold. About 3 breaths, please. What can you exhale that maybe was an old gift or an old pattern that served you at one time, and it's blocking your pranic flow now? Again, you don't have to know, just let it go. Feel it dissolve out of the tension of the calves and the thighs and the forehead. And then from here, moving through your vinyasa, welcoming in the new, pranic nectar, replenishment. Animation, inspiration. Good. Coming into your downward dog, just taking about 3 breaths here, please. Bottom of the exhale, go ahead and look forward. You can mindfully walk the feet forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, forward fold. Deep breath in, reverse swan dive, just catching the love, light, nectar of the planet, drawing it into the body. Releasing the arms. Just take a moment to feel how is your body's response, is the mind's response after that flow. Last round. Now you may want to block because we're going to add on a triangle. We'll add a rotated triangle. Breathing in, arms reach up. And breathing out, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, step back, plank pose, and continue to lower down. Deep breath in, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Breathe your right leg up, down dog splits, and then exhale, bringing it through, warrior one. Anchor. Inhale, stretch the legs straight. Exhale, float down, forward fold. Good. So we're just going to come into our triangle and hold here for 3 breaths. So this gives you time to adjust. Remembering the yogic abdominal breathing, we're breathing and we're inviting the prana that's riding on the waves of the breath into all the seats or pockets of energy, each of the Vayus. In your next exhalation, go ahead and fold that left hand down. Here's where you can have your left hand on the block or just propped up under the fingertips. Start with level hips, long spine. Inhale. Exhaling, pull the navel in, and then from here, begin to release the right arm, either hand on your hip or up to the sky. Embracing the sun, all the rays of the sun. Feel your solar orb emanating from you, radiating out into many different hues of potential, of creation, of action, of thought. We'll go ahead and release, coming down, move through your vinyasa. Remember, each movement is guided by breath. Stay in your yoga. Good. Go ahead and breathe your left leg up, warrior. Long waist, forward fold. Move into your triangle. 3 breaths here, feeling that beautiful, radiant, solar-like energy. The circulation of prana moving through you is it's not blocked. Can't think of the word. Unobstructed, that's what I was looking for. Any obstructions, exhaling them out. And then we'll fold forward, or fold down, right hand is on your block or just on your fingertips. And start again with level hips. Lengthen the spine on your inhale. Exhale, pull the navel in. Maybe hand just goes on the hip, or maybe it reaches up towards the sky. 3 breaths here. Feel how prana is shaping inside this gesture of the body. Beautiful. Releasing once you are complete, moving through your last vinyasa. Good. And then this time, instead of downward dog, coming into child's pose, just walking the body over to your right. Forehead rests on the right. Folded arm, left arm is a little bit longer. I'm just breathing down the left side of the body. 3 breaths. And then the other side. 3 breaths. Good. Coming back to the front. Go ahead and turn around over onto your backs. Keeping your feet hips width apart, arms by your sides. Good. And just go ahead and inhale, lifting the hips up. And exhale down. Inhale, hips and arms both rise. And exhale, lower everything down at once. Inhale, hips and just your right arm rises. Exhale, lower everything down. Turn your head away from the moving arms. So releasing your head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, both arms rise. Inhale, left arm rises. Exhaling, turn the head away from the moving arm. Good. Let's just do a few more rounds, adding the mantra Hrim. Inhale, both arms. Hrim. Just the right arm. Hrim. Feel the sound replenishing you, both arms. Hrim. Just the left arm. Hrim. Nice. And then you can take your block, if you have your block, place it underneath your low back and just lifting the feet up. And just be here for about 5 breaths, feeling the blood flow returning back down to the heart. If you'd like to choose a different posture than this, if you don't have a block, for example, you can hold on to your ankles, just releasing the legs away. So you're just holding without any efforting here. Arms are straight. Whole body is being breathed by the prana that rides on the breath. Hopefully you're feeling the energy calming down, moving you towards Shavasana. Go ahead and plant the feet flat, hips width apart. Just lower your knees slowly to the right. Relax and breathe. Inhale, lift. Exhale slowly to the left and stay here. Relax and breathe. Making your way for Shavasana. Just relaxing. Maybe you have an eye pillow or a bolster under your knees. Just be here for about 5 minutes. As you begin to settle in, just feeling the framework of the body, the boundaries of your shape, and then the air that is touching the boundary, the skin of the body. Feel that line, like Harold in the Purple Crayon. Breathe into this boundary. And then imagine that this boundary line blurs, and your inhale is replenishing you from the external world. It's all the prana, the nectar that surrounds you, the love force energy of creation. You breathe it in. It moves through the boundary of the body to replenish. And then as you exhale, just giving back to all that is, to Mother Nature, to your community, to your family, but not from a place of depletion. Instead, just the natural glow or radiance of your replenished pranic state. Much like the sun just glows. And you can feel the capacity around you. Maybe it's just the tiniest glow. Maybe you don't have a lot to give right now, and that's fine. Maybe you feel a little more complete, very nourished. Life has been good to you now. You have a little more glow. Maybe you feel it as radiant joy, creativity, inspiration, possibility. Just notice where you are and relax. Now, lastly, just on our few more minutes here in Shavasana, bringing your awareness to the gateway of the senses. And we'll start with the ears. So feeling as if you are cupping your hands over your ears And the sensory impressions from the external world ceases, and you're just moving your awareness within through the ears, the sound within. Coming home in a nice deep, replenished state of pranic nectar and fullness. And the same with touch, just pulling away from the touch of the external world. Feel that which is within you being touched by your emotions, by your stories, by just the felt sensation of a practice, and doing nothing but being breathed. And then feel into the eyes and the sight also, returning back inwards to the inner eye, the sage within, relaxing all effort of outward seeing, and instead feel and be the seer. Turning your awareness to the mouth and taste, tuning out the world, tuning out any taste of salty, sweet, astringent, pungent, or bitter. Just moving into the tastes that are your own experiences, your palate, your artistry, your cravings, your likes, your dislikes. Just be with what is, accepting your wholeness. And then lastly, the scent. Tuning out any sense in the external world, moving you into your ancient knowing of primal connection, your connection to the earth and the earth element within you, to the olfactory bulb where you register that which you perceive through this gateway in a manner that bypasses other means of digestion to understand. It goes directly to the brain. So your innate knowing, your survival skills and instincts, your scent for justice and peace, harmony and love, connection and belonging. And then let go of any doing, just this last bit of just feeling within the world within you. Feel your replenishment. And you may remain here if you wish. We can start to move out as well. If so, just breathing into your toes on your next exhale. Wiggling the toes, and then your next inhale, wiggling the fingers. And taking your time to come up into a nice comfortable seat where you can choose to close, maybe more abdominal breath. Maybe you're wanting to go a little more deep into Nadi Shodhanam, Pranadharana, into your mantra practice.